Statement.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am a human rights defender belonging to a human rights organization in the Philippines, a partner organization of Civicus. This statement is supported by the International Association of Democratic Lawyers, Franciscan Internationals, the Lawyers' Rights Watch of Canada, and the American Association of Jurists. We are concerned about the continuing attacks on human rights defenders in the Philippines, and we would like to bring to the Council's attention, particularly the case of the 43 health workers who promote the right to health by rendering healthcare services to the difficult-to-reach communities, but whose rights are continuously being grossly violated. On February 6 this year, they were arrested by state security forces using a faulty warrant and were falsely labeled as members of the rebel movement. They were incommunicado and denied counsel for 6 days. The military filed false charges against them for illegal possession of firearms and explosives to justify the arrest and their continued detention without bail. Other legal shortcuts were resorted to, and the Philippine government has used a Marcos-era legal rule to deprive them of their liberty. The Philippine authorities have avoided or questioned any inquiry into their accountability for human rights violations before the Philippine Commission on Human Rights. For almost 3 months, the health workers who have come to be called the Morong 43 were detained in a military camp where they were repeatedly interrogated without counsel, subjected to various forms of coercion, intimidation, and indignities, as well as psychological torture and deprived of sleep. Some of their relatives have also experienced threats and intimidation. To date, the 43 health workers are still detained. At present, 38 of them have been transferred and are detained at a regular detention facility after a loud campaign undertaken by relatives, local as well as international civil society organizations. The 5 other health workers are still under the military custody after they have been coerced, intimidated, and given lawyers by the military to speak against their interests. We therefore appeal to the Council to look into this case and to employ all appropriate measures and urge the Philippine government to respect its pledges and commitments during its UPR as well as its obligation in major human rights instruments. We also call on the Council to strongly urge our government to stop the practice of filing trump-up charges against those who are being tagged as its enemies in the context of implementing a counterinsurgency program, or else the brazen impunity for gross violations of human rights in my country will continue.